Yeah, we called last year the Triple R, which was the rebrand, retail, and reformulation. And that was something that we focused on that had to be finished the day that I left to Thailand. So that was like, even though it launched, what was that, end of May last year, we had pretty much finalized it by Christmas or January because of the amount of time that it takes to actually do the design work. We had worked the whole year before that on the designs and the colors and the branding of the logo and the reformulations with the R&D specialists and all the different factors there. And then we had to actually put in the purchase orders in December for the summer, just because of the cycle, like I told you before, the cash cycle, and because of the inventory scheduling, you had to purchase 16 weeks in advance. So all of that had to get done before I left, and we kind of pre-planned that so that there weren't major hiccups while I was gone, which there still was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up all night, famously.
Yeah.
So turning more towards your business interests, you've been an investor and an entrepreneur for several years now. In which aspect of business do you thrive, and how do you solve for your weaknesses?
Ooh, well, I think that there's two separate things. One side of it was how I started, which was investing and being an active investor, and then now it's kind of gone more to the founder side. The investing side was, I really had no idea what I was doing when I started. I just had a thesis that, as a consumer, I was looking for these healthier food options out there, and 10 plus years ago, 15 years ago, there weren't that many options in the stores. It was kind of just on the cusp of new companies coming out and delivering the better for you versions. And so I just said, I want to go out there and find other entrepreneurs that were tackling this healthier food and bev space, delivering the consumer the healthier version of what was already a large addressable marketplace: cereals, sodas, sports drinks, sports bars, etc. And that's how I started. So my first investment was in Blaze Pizza, which was positioned as the healthier Chipotle Subway for pizza. And then that company grew tremendously. It was the fastest growing fast casual restaurant in the world, and grew from 0 to 350 stores in 5 years. And I bought my own franchises, and was the worst investment ever, but it was the best investment because I got to see firsthand consumers looking for and asking for the healthier alternatives. They wanted, instead of Dasani water, they wanted Smart Water. Instead of kettle chips, they wanted these baked chips. Instead of normal crust, they wanted keto crust. Instead of regular meatballs, they wanted plant-based all of a sudden. And all these different changes and differences that the consumer wanted. So I sold out of Blaze and took that money and went and just invested in a bunch of different brands that were the healthier version. The Liquid IV was the low sugar Gatorade, the Olipop and Poppy were the low sugar sodas, and Super Coffee was the low sugar Starbucks Frappuccino. And so I learned a lot along that route, which then allowed me to get into the driver's seat of being a founder, which is a completely different space as a business person than it was as investing and being more on the passive side.
Yeah. Speaking of big trends and learning from them, protein is a huge trend right now.
Huge. I just saw an article, it was this week, of the New York Times, and the cover photo, they said, did you read this article?
Not this one.
Okay,
Go ahead.
that it said, unless it was the Wall Street Journal, that said, Americans are obsessed with protein and nutritionists are freaking out. And the cover photo was me with the blender as Saxon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was really funny.
How does that feel?
It was kind of weird.